I heard you say before, it's not about the time that you end, it's about the time you start. It's 3:02 p.m. That means it is 1:02 p.m. in California, but 4:02 on the East Coast. So if you're doing that thing, which you already did, where you swapped out the West Coast and the East Coast, that means I've made it before 4:03, right? So let's see what I can do with what time I have. What do I have right here on me? Now, if I stay in my seat, that's one thing. What do I have right here? Right? There's different perimeters. And I know what you're doing on one level, but then any good offense has to do a defense. What do I have right here around me that can be used, that I have not used, that would be acceptable? Just within the seat I'm in, I don't have a cloth mask, but I do have a leather bag that I could potentially put over my head. And I do have a box cutter right here. I have a box cutter and I have a leather bag. There's cloth lining in the leather bag, and if it makes you feel any better, I could make an impromptu leather mask. I just have a piece of leather right here. So just in case, right? That says something. I also just happen to have in my drawer with my emergency preventative medical supplies the essential oil. I have eucalyptus. I'm just going to see here if there's any sort of manners. Wow, you really are. There really is significant situation going on with the network. I don't even have access to the internet. No, it's just going to take a while. My goodness. What else do I have while I'm waiting for this to come up? Just right here in the seat. I'm never going to be able to pay it off if I stand up unless I'm willing to take responsibility for another level that I may not be willing to. Eucalyptus oil. Let's see what happens. I'm just doing a ping. What do I get? Anything that's going to help me? What if this is the only chance I get on the internet? Oh, well, essential oils for a nuclear, biological, or chemical attack. Okay. Eucalyptus, anti-infectious, antibacterial, and antiviral. Well, that was the first one that came up. So I'm in pretty good. I'm in a pretty good position right now. Okay. Doesn't say anything. Well, the other things that it's going on. So if nothing else, I have a topical antibiotic. If I had to, I could cut holes in the leather bag. I could put it over my head. Do I have some sort of... Oh, look at this. If I needed to. My makeshift gas mask. Just in case you're wondering, I have in the room with me a gas mask in the appropriate bag with a canister. How long do these canisters last? I think they last, 4 to 6 hours? So I've got 6 hours of air in a can underneath, right over there. I've got a canister, a old time thermos with water that's been purified and preserved right over there. It's approximately 16 ounces of water right there. That's all I got in the room. Now, I heard you say that I'm actually supposed to be vulnerable and I'm supposed to be exploited, that I don't really have a just cause claim if I'm not actually being raped, which is the next level down from me actually being murdered. If I somehow prevent from being murdered, then you can't really successfully move forward at that level of risk yourself. Which then could say, well, she's got even greater risk she can engage for an even greater group of people. She can expand the perimeter. The perimeter I'm working with is about 2 feet, right? What if I expand it to 6 feet? 8 feet. 8 feet. The water's 8 feet away. The gas mask is about 7, right? And what if I open up the closet, go into my lockbox, If I pull it out right now, will that increase the level of risk I can afford to engage? And so it's that important that I do something on the record and formal so you can use that as insurance for whatever you want to risk in my name. Because that's what this is about. You see, I'm not the victim. And because I'm not the victim, you can't save me. But it does something, apparently, to more than just your ego, to acknowledge that I might have more to offer than either a victim you can save, so that you get acknowledgement as having been the savior, or somebody that's going to be able to be justified as your proxy because what I'm doing and where I'm at and what I'm capable of was actually always yours. And I was just doing it on your behalf. Well, you shouldn't have said pro se. You shouldn't have forced me to represent myself. Now, I have no problem if I need to, expanding the perimeter. That would be 3 layers. You want to go 4? 5? How many echelons do you think you can get away with defaulting on before you have to admit it was never yours to begin with?